But before we go further, I want to check Scott to see if he has any pain or dysfunction in his shoulder when he moves. So we're going to do something which is a self-impingement test. You just have your client grab their other shoulder, and you want to take the elbow straight up in the air as high as they can, and they should be able to get where you basically can't see their eyes, and come on back down. Do that a couple times, and what you're asking them is, Scott, do you get any pain in the shoulder? And if they get any pain, like deep in the shoulder, either in the front or on the side here, that shows impingement. If it's in the front, it's usually the bicep tendon being impinged under the acromial arch here, or if it's back here, it's usually the supraspinatus being impinged. So if you have a client that complains of pain with that, we're going to go through a few corrective exercises, and if they still have pain, that's somebody who you're going to want to refer out to a medical professional so they can assess the shoulder to see if there's instability or some other pathology in the shoulder. So that's just a quick self-assessment. Once we go from there, I'm going to have Scott go up to the wall. We're going to look at movements here, like we've looked at the lower body. We want to look at the upper body from a movement perspective. So we're going to have Scott put his feet up against the wall, his glutes up against the wall, and his head and neck against the wall. Now, the lumbar spine, there's going to be a natural curve on each individual. All you want them to do is pull the abdominals in and keep that position. Okay, so you're monitoring back in here, your hand, let's bring this up, Scott, and you're going to make sure that stays the same when they bring their arms up above the head. So again, abs are in. If all of a sudden, if he brings his arm up above the head and the back goes into extension, that shows us a couple things. It shows us overactivity and poor length of the latissimus dorsi, as well as underactivity and stability through the abdominal musculature. So the key here is I want to see if Scott, with his thumbs backwards, can bring his arms straight up above his head and get a straight line hit through his arms and through his trunk, again, without going into extension of the spine. If he does get that extension, show that, Scott, or if the arms don't go high enough, they go to about that position, again, that shows shortness and overactivity of the lats, and again, underactivity of the core, and we'll talk about how to correct that.